क्या आप अपना करियर आईटी सेक्टर में बनाना चाहते हैं? क्या आप टॉप आईटी एमएनसीज में जॉब कर रहे हैं बट सैलरी मार्केट स्टैंडर्ड की नहीं मिल रही है? तो पेश है क्लाउड डेवऑप्स हब ट्रेनिंग एंड प्लेसमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहां हम देंगे आपको A to Z कंप्लीट आईटी डेवलपमेंट प्लस ऑपरेशंस प्लस 100% प्लेसमेंट असिस्टेंस प्रोफेशनल्स आईटी एक्सपर्ट्स के द्वारा, जो कि 15 प्लस इयर्स एक्सपीरियंस्ड है। यहाँ पर आपको रियल आईटी कंपनी का नॉलेज मिलेगा, प्राइमरीली ऑन AWS क्लाउड एंड टॉप 10 डेवऑप्स टूल्स और क्लाउड प्रोफाइल में बिना कोडिंग के, जिसकी फ्यूचर और मार्केट में बहुत डिमांड और सैलरी है, जो आपको बेस्ट आईटी कंपनी में बेस्ट प्रोफाइल में अपना करियर बनाने में मदद करेगा, और जहां आपको मिलेगा 24/7 कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट बाय 50,000 प्लस प्रोफेशनल्स इंस्ट्रक्टर, लाइव LED ट्रेनिंग के साथ लाइफ टाइम एक्सेस टू क्लास ट्रेनिंग रिकॉर्डिंग्स, डॉक्यूमेंट्स विथ लाइव प्रोजेक्ट टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स फॉर डेवऑप्स एक्टिविटी, ट्रेनिंग सर्टिफिकेशन, इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन एंड रिज्यूम मेकिंग। आप हमारी वेबसाइट www.clouddevopshub.com पर जाकर न्यू बैचेस की इंफॉर्मेशन भी ले सकते हैं, और साथ ही लाइव ऑनलाइन डे वाइज डिटेल्ड सिलेबस भी चेक कर सकते हैं, जिसमें आप हमारे कोर्स के सारे मॉडल्स की डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन चेक कर सकते हैं कि आपको कौन सा मॉडल किस डेट को पढ़ाया जाएगा। इतना ही नहीं, आप हमारे YouTube चैनल @CloudDevOpsHub पर जाकर सक्सेस स्टोरीज, स्टूडेंट्स टॉक्स, डे वाइज लाइव सेशंस, रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स के वीडियोस भी देख सकते हैं। हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट से पढ़े हुए स्टूडेंट्स मल्टीपल ऑफर्स लेकर आज टॉप मोस्ट आईटी कंपनीज में अच्छे पैकेजेस में जॉब कर रहे हैं। सो व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर? अपने करियर को एक नई पहचान देने के लिए आज ही क्लाउड डेवऑप्स हब पर रजिस्टर करें। क्लाउड डेवऑप्स हब, visit www.clouddevopshub.com. WhatsApp 9993445100.
Hello everyone and good morning. Guys, this is the presentation day. What exactly the presentation is, as you know, we have already started our batch on 22nd of Feb and today is 24th March, means already 1 month has been completed for this batch. What we have learned, I'm opening my syllabus, which is already in my website. If you will come down, it will be visible into this place. This all things, whatever is showing into the green color, we have already completed. Agree with my point? Yes or no? Unmute and tell me yes or no, please.
Yes, Vikas. Yes.
Right? And you guys have understood also that we have filled with the tracking sheet, or we can say with the feedback form. I think you guys remember, you all fill at this feedback form, right? And the 20 response, I get it. And if I will open the response, it's very straightforward, very public. Okay. I want to show my rating as well, what you guys have given to me. These are the names, my student names. Definitely Advait is here, who is going to present in some couple of minutes. Hari is also here. Amrit is also here. Satish, Venkatesh, everyone is here in this group. Okay. And yes, you have provided your name also. If you will not write the name also, doesn't matter, but it's okay. Cool. This is complete response from the batch number 29. And this presentation we are going to do for the batch 29 only. Okay. And if you will see the response, means how is my teaching approach? 18 students says very satisfied. Okay, the purple color is very satisfied. 1 or 2 students say that they are satisfied. Doesn't matter, it's okay, it's very good. Okay, but communication with the student is very satisfied, professional, topic explanation, active, discipline. The primary keyword discipline is we have a time of 8 AM and our all classes have started at 8 AM, right? Till now we never get any technical issue, never we haven't cancel our class also. Agree? Yes or no? Yes or no, please?
Yes, Vikas. Yes, Vikas. Yes.
Right. we are learning as a friends. Okay, means we are discussing the problem, I'm helping you. Okay, passionate about the teaching, resourceful, all these points are satisfied. Every student is very, very satisfied. They have learned the module 1, module 2, module 3 kind of thing. People are giving the very good response. Okay, means I get a response. Cool. And all answers has been satisfied. 18 people has said yes, all answers are very satisfied. 2 answers are not satisfied. I will take it again. Okay, you are feel free to ask, whoever given this rating, feel free to ask your question again. I will try my best to explain that part. Cool. Okay, and every day you are learning something new. Yes, 100% student tell that every day they have learned something. Okay, class timing and punctual. I don't know why this person has given a little bit less rating, but yeah, no worries. 19%, 19 student out of 20, 19% means 99.5% student has given that we have started our classes on the very punctual timing. Cool. And some student feedback. Provide more placement for the DevOps. Amazing. Daily class expectation. Okay, want to see more practicals. We are doing a lot of practicals. No need to worry. Continue with the good quality. This course is providing me a good knowledge about DevOps. I'm happy with the learning, training method, teaching method. Everything is more than enough. I'm very happy while seeing this. Okay, cool. Looks good. I'm very happy with the class interaction. I'm a fresher. Sir teach everything which is understandable, motivate the student, and class weekend class is required, that we will think it. Okay. This is not my feedback. Okay, good, keep it up, good work for me. Okay, all good. And you would like to refer your friends as well. This is what I get a rating. Guys, these are your comments only, right? You guys only. Yes or no?
Yes, Vikas. Yes.
Everyone, please.
Yes, Vikas.
Cool, cool, good. And as per the agenda, yes, we have completed our minimum 50% of a course related to the AWS. So this is a presentation which we are planning. And in this presentation, we are going to organize with our student, and these are our student only. And whatever they have learned, okay, whatever have their previous experience, they are going to explain you the things with their best knowledge. They have learned with me, they have learned in the real-time IT as well. Okay, and this is a sharing session which you will share with your friends as well into the group. Cool. I can see Anirban, you are here. You are prepared with the very first.
Vikas,
Yep.
I have one question.
No question, please. At this point, you are prepared or not prepared?
I am not all good.
Okay, no worries. Leave it. It's okay. Advait, can we give this opportunity to you? Your first presentation is QA roles and responsibility. I will give a recording. I will give what we can say presentation access to you also. If you want to present your screen, feel free to do it. Okay, and don't take more than 5 minutes or 7 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Yes, sir, we are able to see you. Go ahead.
I would like to share my screen.
Yep, go ahead, please. Just take it.
Yeah, let me know once the sharing is.
We are able to see your screen. Cool. That's good.
Yeah, so let me introduce myself. So myself, Avdut Deshpande, and I'm working in QA role from past 7 years. So for today's agenda, we'll go through the roles and responsibilities of QA engineer, and how like the current QA role will help me to, or help any other QA engineers to migrate into DevOps role. And also we'll go with the ticketing tool, that is Jira. So is everyone able to see the presentation?
Yep, we are able to.
So let understand what is testing, like a basic definition. So testing is a process used to help identify the correctness, completeness, and quality of developed computer software. And so let's take a scenario rather than going through the PPT. For example, let's take a scenario where AWS is a client, and AWS wants to outsource like this billing dashboard to XYZ organization, and the XYZ organization has already developed this dashboard. And like yesterday we were discussing about the region wise billing part, so they come with a new feature, like they want to develop this region wise billing part. So AWS has outsourced this particular feature to XYZ organization, and once this has been planned, so it will go with the project managers, then technical managers. They'll start documenting and building the documents for this particular feature. As we are following agile methodology, so the development team will start developing small modules in the sprint kind of thing, and testing team at the same time, testers will start writing test cases, test plan, and preparing the environment and getting all the details which is required. And once that is started, once the development is done for a particular module, that will come into the testing, like to the testers, and they'll start with the testing. Whatever the test plan, test cases they have written, they'll start executing those. So this is like a small example or a scenario. So coming to the PPT wall, what are the roles and responsibilities of QA engineer? We can directly go and search in the internet. So like as a QA engineer, it's not just the testing part, but there are you can say a lot of other responsibilities as well, like continuously communicating with all the stakeholders. If you are working directly as a UAT tester or a production support tester, so you can see these are the roles of a QA lead or manager, like taking responsibilities, planning, like how many resources will be required for a particular project, making sure the environments are like if you need the AWS accounts or environments, all those things are ready. Then these are some of the responsibilities of QA testers, like preparing test plan, test cases, documenting the features, then communicating with developers or business analysts or the stakeholders required if something is not clear. Then coming up with test plans, prioritizing the test cases, then executing the test cases, and creating doing the regression tests, and different kinds of testing techniques are used. If you need like more details, you can go and visit this page and you will get a lot of information. Going back to the PPT, so testing and quality. So what is quality for a client? So quality is meeting customer needs and requirements, and testing is finding out gaps between customer requirements and system to be delivered. So basically, as I said, like in the particular scenario, if we are developing a feature for a client, that is AWS, so we get a requirement document and we need to make sure like it's being built according to the requirement document. Uh, then going why testing is necessary. So software is not defect free. So there can be multiple errors in the software. So that is the reason testing is necessary, and defect causes failure. Unreliable software can cause failure. Failures have associated costs like loss of business. So this is the important thing. Like if something is developed by a region wise, example, we are grouping projects into particular region wise, and the bill that is generating is not correct. So that is a loss for the client. So that is what this point is very much important. Then testing helps to find defect and learn about reliability of the software. So as and more you start testing different types of testing techniques, stress testing, performance testing, you will come to know how your software is working and how it is how you can improve it in future. Then what are the objectives of testing? Like finding defects early in the SDLC. That is the reason the agile methodology is being followed, because at the start itself, testers and other teams are involved, so they can work together and find more defects and try to maintain the quality. Gaining confidence about the level of quality and providing information. The more the product is tested, the more confidence the particular vendor or stakeholders will be having. Then preventing defects, and the causes of software defects is like communication gaps. So there might be a situation where client has explained something, but the BA or the technical team has miscommunicated it. So that can be one thing. Software complexity. So if there like this is a complex software, AWS has around 200 services, and each services are going to have different instances. And in the billing part, like you need to make sure that the integration is properly taken care. So depends on the software complexity as well. programming errors conducted by developers, and frequent changing of requirements. Requirements are getting changed frequently, and there might be some miscommunication, or while developing the program, there might be some errors. Time pressures, this is also important part, because there are deadlines to be completed. You can't keep on testing or developing the software. So time pressures are also there. Then this is the internal communication or egos, you can say, between the teams. There is no proper communication, then that can also happen. Poor documented code, if the code is not documented, or even the test cases or test plans are not documented, then that might also cause a problem. Then software development tools, if the latest or the necessary tools are not used, then also software can fail. Environmental conditions, like if the UAT or the testing environment is not the same as the production or UAT environment, then there might be possible like you miss some cases. Then this is the communication or miscommunication, like what the client has explained and till it goes. So this is just a small example. Testing improves quality, finding defects and measuring quality in terms of defect, building confidence, preventing defects, reducing defects. Then how much testing is enough? So if you get a particular project, you can do a lot of testing. It might be one day, or even you can take a 1 month as well. So you need to make sure when to stop the testing, and according to the project or according to the module. This comes with experience. Once you start working on the project, you work on few modules, then you understand like what is changed and what needs to be tested, that kind of thing. Then how much testing is enough? So again, the same thing, decide what to test first, decide what to test most, decide what not to test. So this is again with the time constraint. If there is more time constraint, then you need to make sure like you test the important features first. Then fundamentals of testing process. So this is a test life cycle. So you start planning, like you create the test cases. Once you get the documents, you start planning like how many testers are required, defining the scope, objective of the particular modules. Then test analysis and design, then test implementation and execution. So once you prepare the test plan and test cases, so you start executing them by setting up the environment and executing the test cases. Once testing is completed, you just get the closure, like document everything and pass it to the client or the further team. So there are different types of testing techniques used. So in manual, there is functional, non-functional, and unit integration system. And there are other different kinds of testing: performance, load testing, integration, and stress, load, scalability. So these are different types of testing, types of testing which will be done on that particular modules. So if you want to know the testing tools, there are many tools in the market. So just if we go into the website, so you can see there are many tools available in market. So for manual testing, there is Jira. So Jira is like a defect tracking tool. So we'll go through Jira in more detail in some time. These are other tools which are available: Bugzilla, JMeter, Jenkins. Then coming down, so if you want to check the automation tools, so there are multiple automation tools also available. If you want working on framework of Java, there are other automation tools like Selenium is the tool which is used for web automation. Then Cucumber and other testing tools are also available. PyCharm, PyTest frameworks, and RPM is used for mobile testing, automation testing. And yeah, there are many tools in the market, so you can use different tools. Then coming below, so how QA role and responsibilities will help to move into the DevOps. So as you can see, the center is the DevOps, and you can see there is development, operations, and quality quality assurance. So quality people are already a part of DevOps here. So they are working on different types of scripts, data gathering, data collection, and automating the test cases, repetitive test cases. So they are already involved in automation part. Uh, when you receive a build, you start like executing the test cases. At the same time, you also make sure you automate the test cases at the same time. And configuration management. So for few modules, you already try to set up the environments, create configurations according to the requirements. So testing is a mixture of lot of things. So it like for a tester, it might be uh, a good thing to move into DevOps. So this is the DevOps testing approach. So we already do the planning. Some automation testers are or like they already write the code, so they have code knowledge as well of different uh, coding, uh, like different type of tools, and also build like some QAs are also involved in the build process. And these are some of the tools which are used by QA engineers. And coming below, so this is the DevOps part. So there are a lot of tools in the market. So for each feature, if you want to find a tool, so I think Vikas is helping us with what actually we need to learn rather than going through all these tools and getting confused. So coming to the Jira part, so what is Jira? So Jira is like a tracking tool developed by Atlassian, and the software is being like it follows the agile methodology, and like it's like a bug tracking, issue tracking, project management tool. So there are a lot of things you can do in Jira. Mostly you can create a lot of dashboards according to the roles and responsibilities, tracking the bugs, tracking the issues, tracking the epics or projects. And this is like a small like you can logging into the Jira. And mm, yeah, so this is the Jira. You can log in into the Jira. This is a free trial. And once you log in into the Jira, you can go and create your own project. So I have just for reference purpose created this feature one as a project. So in this you can there are a lot of options which you can use, like if you want to create something inside this particular feature one. So this is a small project. Then you can create something like tasks, like you want to assign a task to particular developer or tester. You can just assign a task, create some summary, what task you need to give. Then components, like which component you are working on, according to like cloud storage devices or anything according to the product. And like you can add attachments whatever are required, then give some description about the task or project. Then you can also select whom to assign. Usually it if you want to assign it to developer or tester or the team DL, that is also possible. Then priority, what priority is the particular task, you can assign that. Labels, there are different labels. You can create different tables according to your requirement. Urgency is the same, like what is the urgency, critical, high, medium, low. What is the impact of this? And you can also like in few like most of the organization use this tool, like they create their own labels according to the project. So I just created a small ticket here in this particular module. Just let me open it. So this is one of the ticket, like just a task created by me for bills. And you can see like assignee is currently me. So in real time, this project is already created internally, and you need to just, if you are a QA engineer, you need to go here. A ticket is already assigned to you, and you get all the details like what developer has done. You also get the Git link as well if you want to see what code changes are done. And then all these details are already filled. And if you want to raise some defect, you can go and click a create. Then instead of task, you can select the bug. Currently it's not present here, but yeah. So this is like a reporting tool. For example, in your organization, there are more than 200, 300 people working on a project. And like sometimes just on email or communicating through other channels, like you might forget to mention someone, but if you give this particular number, so this is like a reference number is generated for any ticket. So people can go and track what is the status of the project, and how many people are working, who is working on that particular project. You can add comments, like whatever you are doing on this particular task. Then you can track like what was done previously. You can link different other tickets as well for reference. You can see the approvals work log. So you can also see the deployment process. Currently it is whether it is in UAT, whether it is in testing phase, or it's been moved to prod. Currently it's in open, like it's in open state. You can go in, like if you have started working on it, you can go in progress. Then once it is completed, you can close it. So this is like most of the tracking things are done on Jira. According to your roles and responsibilities, a project will be assigned. For development, there might be a different project created. For QA people, there might be a different tracking project. For project management people, there might be some different other project management tracking created. So this is like basics on Jira. So if anyone has any question.
Advait, it's really very good. Okay, guys, in short, I would like to say that Jira is a tracking tool. It's for all the teams, not only for the development QA. It's for most of the team. Even DevOps also, people are using the same tool. This is the place where you will get to know what all are the open issues, what all mail chains are going on. If they want to track it, it will assign to one person, it will assign to multiple assignees. They have to resolve it, then we can close this Jira ticket. Jira tickets can be of multiple types. It can be simple issue, it can be a story, it can be a bug. Okay, based on the issue, the ticket has to be get created and has to be resolved by the assignee, or has to be resolved by the engineer. Okay, it can be a DevOps, it can be a dev or QA, anyone. Make sense? Everyone agree? Advait, fine?
Yes,
Yes.
correct. So
Right?
we
And
use
guys,
this for a
70
lot of.
to 80% companies are using this Jira tool for the tracking purpose. Yep. Right.
So this tool is being used like even IT support team, they use this tool. Like they have a different project created. So example, this is ITSM service project. So development people have their own created project. So this tool can be even customized according to the labels. You need some different labels you can create according to. If someone wants to log work, like how many hours, like for example, a support ticket is raised for XYZ, and the person needs to go and make this in progress so that the employee understand like this ticket is being worked on. And once it is resolved, he'll like add some comments for future references. So this is like tracking like what is happening, and you can even log time through this thing. How many hours you worked on a ticket or something. Then like there are multiple features in this. So
Cool. That's good. Guys, any question with Advait? Anyone? Or anyone want to add any point? That is also fine for us. Advait, I would like to add some more points. Can you go to your PPT?
yeah.
Where you show the DevOps, yes, DevOps diagram. Upper one. Yep. See, in this, he is mentioning that, yes, what we can say, the QA engineer also involved into the planning, QA engineer also involved into the coding part, if it's an automation engineer. Build and testing is obviously a QA people role, right? So if you're already doing planning, coding, building, testing, so these are the DevOps work also. If you know this part, you are very easy to, you can move into the DevOps profile as well. Agree? That's it.
Right, correct. I missed few points.
No worries. It's okay. Cool. Very good. Nice. The next person is Amrit. Amrit, you are prepared with this?
Yes.
As
Yes.
you are already a IT engineer, or we can say operation engineer, yes, we would like to hear from you what exactly you are doing. Okay, how much is your experience and what all problem you are facing, so that our future DevOps engineer will get to know that. Because see, Advait has given the answer related to the dev part. Now you will give the operation part, and we will make everyone as a DevOps engineer, right? You have to learn from the Advait. Advait will learn from you, and everyone in between will learn from each other. Agree?
Yeah.
Yep. Advait, I'm giving the screen to you. You can share your screen. Amrit, sorry. Yes. Cool. We are able to see your screen.
Okay. So hi everyone. This is Amrit Srivastava here. So currently I am working as IT infrastructure engineer. And as IT infrastructure engineer, when I joined the organization, basically they have given me role for sysadmin. Then after I went into Office 365 administration, and then after I managed some network related administration, like handling the whole infrastructure, switches, router, firewall, these kind of stuff. And then currently they have handed me some cloud infrastructure related thing like Azure Access and AWS Access also.
Cool.
So when I joined the organization, the first day when I joined as intern, so my boss told like, Amrit, you have 10 systems here, directly install the OS into this. We need to hand it over to some new joinee and some employees, because there were around 20 systems, and I was the only employee to help my boss. So directly I went into this. So that time we were having Windows 10 installed on those systems, and I have completed the installation. So basically, Windows 10 is Microsoft operating system. It's for personal computers, and you can say like it can be used for office works also, and it can be used in embedded devices or IoT also. So it came into 2015, 10th of July, and it was successor of Windows 8, because Windows 8 I think was not that much effective. And then after we are getting its support till October 2025, as we already got Windows 11. So there are few things which I need to explain. 1 second. Difference between Windows 10 and Windows 11. So basically Windows 11 came into this 24th of June 2021, and it basically looks like Mac OS functionality. A lot of additional features are there, like you can install Android apps and iOS apps also, which were not supported in Windows 10. And for running Windows 11, you need your device to be more than 8th generation, like your processor should be more than 8th generation, then only it can automatically upgrade Windows 10 to Windows 11. And if you will try, like I tried with my personal system, I tried to install Windows 10 on my personal system having 6th gen of processor. It didn't allow it to, like your system not supported like that. And there are a lot more other features also in Windows 11, and it look more friendly, like I think it's better than Windows 10. So coming up to installation of Windows 10. So basically, even we are using our personal system, sometimes we are facing issue like our system is not working properly, or you have not updated your system from long back and now it's completely hanging, and there are different patches which you need to install before but you haven't, so it's hanging and you're facing different error and issue daily. So you have planned like I will install I will reset my system and install Windows 10 or Windows 11. So for that there is some requirement you need to follow. The first thing is your system, current system should support Windows 10, and you need to make a bootable pen drive for installation. For that, first of all, you need to have more than 8 GB of RAM, or 8 GB is also enough. And then after you need to put that USB device in your system, you need to download one software known as Rufus, which will make which will allow your pen drive. So first you need to install Windows. So for that you can go to, let me share my screen. So you can go to Google, you can type Windows 10 download like that, and you can go to ISO file. From here, you need to create installation media. If you have two options, like if you will download this installation media, it will show like you want to burn it into USB pen drive, or you want ISO file. So according to your need, you can do that. If you will burn it into pen drive directly, all the files will get into your USB pen drive, and it will make your pen drive bootable. If you don't want to follow, you can do one more thing, like you can download the ISO file, you can download the Rufus, and then after from there you can select USB and you can burn that ISO file into that. After that, once your USB pen drive is ready, you can take it out, you can turn off your system, you can put it into USB, and then after, as suppose currently I am using Dell laptop, so I need to press F12 button, and we need to go to that pen drive option. We need to select, and from there installation will start. We need to complete the installation, and then after your system will start. So as IT admin person, I have to manage daily with, like, I need to install some softwares on like user system, or I need to check some logs, like if they are facing any software related issue, I need to face. So the basic thing which I really feel like a lot of people are facing difficulty, like a lot of people are not having IT background, and they don't even know like how to install software on their system or how to uninstall that software. So basically, for downloading any software, we need to go to their particular website. We need to download the exe file, and then after we can double click on that exe file, and we can select license. If it is there, we need to accept that license, and then again we need to proceed with the installation. So suppose if you can see my screen, like here I am downloading JRE. So I went into JRE website, I downloaded this Windows offline version, and after downloading I double clicked on this one and I installed that. After installing, it showed like this. Once completed, it showed like this. So for all the softwares, you need to follow this step. And if there is some software related issue, you can check into logs. You can go to event viewer also, or otherwise you can download it again and install. So there are some more information related to administration work, like updating Windows. So I face like a lot of people working in industry, they're not updating their system. As in any company, most of the people are using Windows as it is user friendly, and they are easy to they can easily work on this. So normally when update came, a lot of people are ignoring their this update, like any feature update or any cumulative update, any security update is coming. So if you are ignoring these updates, that will like in future your system will get slow, and it will hang. And sometime if you again try to install those updates, it will show error. So first thing we need to we make some good practice, like we need to update our system every week. Like we can check the update, and we need to update our system. So this is the you can see here, and if I'll show my screen, we can directly go to setting, and then after we can go to Windows update. We can click on check for update, and we can see if any current update is there. If any current update is there, we need to install that. Once updated, restart option will come. We need to restart our system, and that's it. So second part is creating multiple users. So I told, like, when I joined the organization, so my boss told me to install install Windows 10 on different operating systems. So in that case, I installed, and I saw like we can create only one user that time, but after that we can create multiple users. Like if you have Windows 10 Pro running on your system, like currently I'm having, we can go to this PC, we can right click, go to some more option, go to manage, and from here we can see local users and group. We can go to users, and from here we can add new users. We can give administrator access also, and we can change password from here itself. So normally when you are joining the organization, you see that there is administrator page on your laptop, which only administrator is controlling. He can give you access for some particular software or like that. So this is the thing, we can create multiple users. Third thing is BitLocker. So BitLocker is important because when you are into organization, you don't want to lose your data. You don't want that if suppose your laptop got stolen or something happened, your data will go to some other place. In case of that, the organization will put BitLocker, and the BitLocker key they will keep, or they will put into Active Directory. If that laptop is directly connected with the Active Directory, it will automatically generate the key and it will keep into that place. The fourth practice we need to follow is we need to log in OneDrive, and we need to keep all the important stuff there itself. We should not use D drive or C drive for adding all the data and keeping it like that. So once you will log in into OneDrive and you start keeping all your data, in future, suppose if something happened to your laptop or some reset happen, all your data will be safe. This is a good practice in organization. We used to follow like this. The most important thing, control panel. A lot of people are struggling, like they don't know how to install software, or if they install also, they don't know how to uninstall it. So in that case, we can use control panel itself, and we can go here, we can click on uninstall a program. We can uninstall a particular program which is not required, and suppose if you have no need. Then one more option is there in programs, turn off Windows feature on and off. So this is basically additional features. If suppose if you want to enable hypervisor on Windows, you can select this option, and from there you can click on OK, and it will automatically download all the related files. And once restarted, that particular application will come. You can see here telnet is there. So basically we use telnet to check whether the connection is proper on FTP or not. FTP server we need to connect. So we can enable telnet from here. Other things is like, suppose if you want to see what roles you have been assigned to. So if I'll go to here, I am the administrator. If you are not administrator and you want administrator right, you can go to you can contact your administrator to give the access. They will log in into administrator account and they will give the access. Otherwise, you can click on this. Right now it's open directly, but when you don't have administrator access, it will ask for administrator password. You can give the password. You can come here, change the account type, and from here you can select the type. Beside this, if I'll go to large icon, we can see different features are there. So these features, suppose sometime we use power option for like if your system is sleeping fast, or we can check from here itself. We can enable hibernate option also from here itself. And there are a lot more features. Normally, I'm using these features only, and BitLocker is also here.
Amrit, whatever you have teach, you have already, you have only teaching for the Windows perspective, right?
Yes.
Are you aware about all these activities in the Linux as well?
Because most of the
You
like
have to be.
Mhm.
Okay, then only you will become a DevOps engineer. Correct?
Yes, you have
Yes.
already taught this in Linux.
Yes, I have already teach this. Guys, this is the good thing that I teach the Linux to you in our module 1 or module 2. Okay. And Amrit has given all these things with the help of Windows. That's good. That's good. Okay. Continue, please. Be a little bit fast
Yes.
because some other students are also there. Yep. That's good. That's good. That's okay. Yep. That's okay.
Okay, now another feature is task manager. So from task manager, we can see what are the processes running. We can see that how your system is performing, like CPU, memory, disk, and all the stuffs. So suppose if your system is hanging, you can check it from here itself. Like if your CPU is consuming more process, otherwise your memory is full, you can check from here itself. So if your memory is full and you want to do multitasking and all, the only way is to increase the RAM.
This is what we have seen in the yesterday's class also, right?
Yes.
To the Linux. Correct.
Now coming up to disk management cleanup and optimization. So basically in organization, I see people are struggling, like my system is hanging, what to do, this and that. So in that case, they are not cleaning the temp files, they're not cleaning the Windows earlier packages which are not useful. So for that, you need to go to disk cleanup, and from there you need to select these all options, and from there you can clean these all options. Second thing is you can optimize your disk so that if any bad sectors are there, it will get clear and your system will run smooth. And the third thing is disk partition. This is important because the thing is, like, suppose if you want to create one more disk, so in that case, you need to go to disk management. From there, you need to partition that particular disk. Like suppose if I have 500 GB disk C drive, so if I want to do the partition, so here from I will select the disk partition option, and then I will go to shrink volume, and then after I will select the volume size, then I will click next and next. Volume will get created, and then after I will install that volume. That's it. Now network, firewall, and security. So we have seen that we have Windows Defender firewall in our system. Sometimes installing other application or antivirus, it will not allow. So for that option, we need to disable this Windows firewall. We have inbound and outbound rule also. If we suppose if we want to enable printer for public, so we can do it from here itself, and we can turn it off, turn it on also. The second thing is network. So it is important because suppose I have seen like some particular IP is not working on your system. So in that case, what you need to do? So if I show my screen, second. So if I will go to non-managed network, sorry. Okay, let me go to. So right now I'm not finding that option, but one option is there. From there, we can assign one IP directly, and we can set the DNS directly for that particular IP which we want to log in from, and that will work.
I know into the Linux, we can directly change into the host file.
Yeah. From here also, we can do that. We need to go to Wi-Fi setting, and then after we need to select IPv4, and then after we need to put the IP and DNS name.
Go ahead. Continue, please.
And there is Windows Defender firewall also, Windows Defender also, which is Windows security. From here, we can secure our system. We can scan for any virus or all. Before that, it was not much effective, but now Windows security is also much effective. It can check for virus and malware easily, and it can detect. Some of the networking command which we use to check in day-to-day life is normally IP config. We can see IP addresses from here. And we can see IPv4 and IPv6 address. If we'll do ipconfig/all, we can see the DNS server also. And if suppose there is some issue with your DNS server, you can use this command to flush the DNS. And WMIC CS product, this is the command which basically we are using to get the information related to serial number. So this is my serial number, and this is the system name. Ping command, we already know that if we want to ping some website, we need to use this command. Trace route, usually we use to trace the path of that particular website. And telnet, we use to check whether that FTP connection is enabled on that particular server. We can enable a connection between that server. So in Windows, we are using CMD and PowerShell. From here also we can do most of the tasks. From PowerShell, mostly we can automate the task related to Windows. Suppose we want to we have an Excel file and we want to put all that Excel data into Office 365 suppose SharePoint option. So from there we can run the script and we can easily migrate those data to there. Nowadays, we are seeing that Windows operating system are already having Windows security, but additional Windows antivirus is also available in the market. Normally, companies, bigger organization, they use end-to-end security for securing their data. So I have seen a lot of antivirus. Normally, in our organization, they are using ESCAN, and we have used Sophos also, then McAfee end-to-end security also. So these are the Windows admin related day-to-day tasks which I used to follow. And some of the IT related tasks also I follow, like biometric records, and then security camera monitoring, network monitoring, then ticketing tool also some part, timesheet, then office administration. Basically, when new people join the organization, we used to create their username, password, and email ID from here itself. And some part of desktop support and hardware support. Some people are coming like, I need to change my RAM, or I have the issue with charging port, or I have the issue with battery or something. I will open the system and I will fix that. I will put the new parts. That's it. Active Directory. So basically, Active Directory we use, like, it's kind of a database. We can keep all the user credential, and from here itself we can see like what devices they have logged into, and we can put MFA, like multi-factor authentication, also from here itself. So I have not worked on Active Directory much, but if I'll go to Azure, I will show you. So it looked like this. We can see users from here. Like currently I am the user only using this Azure account. And we can see the logs also from here. There is no log. Now you can see devices are also there. So in organization, normally when you will see they're having like 100 users. So you can see the devices which they have logged into this place. And we can change the password also from here. And there are a lot more other options also. Good. Now the most important thing, how the internet works. So we know that internet is not coming from satellite. It's not automatically generating and coming to our devices. It's a wired network. So if I will go to this website, let me show you how it travels along the globe. Okay. So this is basically the wires which is there all over the globe, and the internet is coming to us traveling through this wire. So we can see that we have, let me, yes, Mumbai. So in Mumbai, we are getting a lot of connection. Like you can see CME, W2, India, Asia Express. So these are all the lines. These are all the wires which is coming from place to place. Like they are traveling from place to place. And internet is also traveling from this place. And if suppose we are connecting our device from like mobile devices, so we are using Geo. So when we are connecting internet, so it directly sends signal to Geo tower. It sent packages to Geo tower. From that Geo tower, these wires are attached, and these from these wires we can communicate to any place. Like suppose if we are accessing something in present in US, so we can send like as a client system, we can send request to them, and we can get the required web page from there. Suppose we are going to google.com. So how google.com is responding, like when as a client, when we are sending request, it's going to their server. So they are having it's going to internet service provider. From there it is going to DNS server. In DNS server, they are checking like for google.com which IP is assigned, and it will send the request to it will send the request again to the server, and from there it will go to data center where we were having google.com page hosted. From there we are getting the information or related stuff. So this is how internet works. If we want to see the more information related to how internet works, we can go to this website. We can see like how internet got discovered in 1969, and then how it came till 2030. What is the plan? It will get up to 2.5 billion projected internet users, and we can see that how it is traveling. Like step one, it's going through the router, and then after as a client we are accessing the server. From server we are getting the request, like that. So I will give this link in description.
Yep.
So anyone have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, I have one question. Like you said regarding the pen drive and USB port, right? So do we like it's allowed to use the USB and pen drives to upgrade Windows?
In the office
No, in
network?
office system we don't need to do that. That's the work of admin. But if no, you are basically asking that we can put USB pen drive in our system or not.
No, I meant you explained like the Windows 10 installation, right? So using the USB and pen drive. So that was for the local systems, or the systems are used in the companies?
Any system you can use. You can make bootable pen drive, and suppose if your system is having issue, you want to install Windows 10 on your system, you can make it bootable and you can put it into
Ajit, office laptops, sometimes they will restrict that part, but
yes,
that
yes.
can
Because
be
of
administrator can do that thing. But
yes.
Okay.
Amrit is telling 5 years old things. Okay, nowadays everything is means one ISO file they have created. Okay, just automatically with the help of network, that ISO file has to be run it, and it will boot the system. Correct, Amrit?
Yeah. But now in my office, they are not following this modern practice. They are still using old practice.
Okay.
Because just a question, it can boot multiple systems at the same time, or
We can. Yes, we can. See, if I will give a system booting to Amrit will take at least half an hour or 1 hour to make one system ready, right, Amrit? How much
Yes.
time you will require? But we created the Windows server. How much time it required into the cloud? Maximum 5 minutes,
Just
right?
one click. Just
One
one
click. Yes, one click, right? And yes, see, Amrit is told about the Windows. Windows, it's okay, well and good. Okay, has to be in our means has to be aware about that part. But Amrit, I will suggest you learn everything with Linux. Whatever you know into the Windows, do everything in Linux. Yes, you will be a DevOps engineer very soon. Okay.
Yes, Vikas.
Cool. Good. Yeah. Thanks. I'm coming back to my sheet. Okay. The next person should be Hari. Hari, I would like to. Hari, you are here. Hari is not here. Okay, no worries. Geeta.
Yes, sir.
Geeta, yes, you are also a support engineer. Okay, you
Yes.
have to give a little bit overview what exactly you are doing. Okay, and be very fast. Okay, I will give you max 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, or max 10 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, and you have to cover up the technical things as well, which are useful for the future DevOps engineers. Okay, and whatever you have learned from me as well. Cool.
Okay, I'll try to cover it up.
Yep, sure.
I'll share my screen.
Yep, you can share your screen. Geeta, at this point, we are not able to see you.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second.
Yep. We are able to see your screen.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So my topic is IT support activity and the performance and monitoring activity. So my basic task is for providing the support to the system. Like I work on the tools like ServiceNow, which is similar. This is the basic tool, and my tool is the Unity tool. So what is IT support activity? IT support activity performance and monitoring activity involves the technical support to the end users. Basically, we controlled by the end users. What is the what their need, what their activities means. We connect to the end user by the emails and the phones and everything. We troubleshoot the issues and we diagnose the issues through the hardware related issues or the software related issues or the networking. Means I normally work on the IPs as well, and this is the IT support activities which we used to do. What is the IT support performance? Measuring the efficiency and the effectiveness of the IT support activities. We used to track the this resolutions time and everything through the ticketing tool. In the ticketing tool, I normally raise the issue from the end user. End user come to us with the phone or the emails and all that, and we track the activities by screen sharing or the IP address or taking the control of the screen. IT support monitoring activities involves the monitoring the IT systems for performance and the availability issues. Means we normally see what's the issue is going on. It is related to the technical software, it is related to the hardware, anything. And then we normally take up the how much time it's taking. Means how much time it's take to resolve the issues. This is all the parameters it is involved in tracking of the issues and the request basically. And so what is the overall IT support activity with the performance and monitoring do? It resolve the crucial issues and maintain the health and reliability of the IT system, ensuring the end user is satisfied. The most important part is the end user is satisfied or not. We have to prevent the course downtime as well, and it involves the technical skills and the knowledge as well as the effective communication and the customer service skill as well. Now we will basically move to the service now. In my company, basically ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform that provides the enterprises level IT service management. It is a software. It is a software which is normally used in most of the organizations for means managing the request and all that stuff. We put a track by creating the ticket, like the request ticket or the incident ticket. Request ticket is for example, user has raised the request that I need access to the application, or I need access to the hardware, so he raised the request ticket. And for the incident ticket, normally users say that my software is not working, or I have an issue with the application backend, or my infra is not working properly. So all that system works in the incident management system. And how it works. Basically, the user report an issue or the incident via the service. The user also have access to the ServiceNow portal, so they can directly raise the request from the portal, or they can email to us, or they can call to us. So after that we generate a ticket and we assign to the appropriate IT support team based upon the type of issues there. So there is a field in the ServiceNow that is IT service, or the primary CI, you can say that, which is related to the applications. So it give a brief note or the key point. According to that key point, we assigned the incident or the request to the proper admin or proper technical team. Means this is the basic point, to assign the ticket to the proper team. Then the IT team receives the ticket and review the details. After that, it involves the issues and update the ticket. And means when we receive the ticket, it is in open state, then it will assign it is in the in progress state. After that, what all the task is done, we have to update in the ticketing tool. On that, the ticket has to be in the pending, and all the details will automatically send it to the end user. Means if we are doing anything, we have to update in the ticketing tool. On that ticket, it will generate a ticket number, or you can say the reference ticket. User can have that, and user can track his request or the incident through that number only. There is no need to drop an email or anything to the user. Once the issue is resolved, the IT support team close the ticket and mark it as closed in the ServiceNow. The user receive a notification that the issue has been resolved and can confirm that the issue has been indeed being resolved. So what is the resolution is given on that? For example, there are many issues related to the applications. For example, yesterday I have worked on that system got hanged, and the user was able to, I'm working on a Citrix environment. So the user was able to working on one application, but it's not supporting for the other application. So for what I have done, I have just closed the Citrix session from the backend, and the issue got resolved. And it is same for the other, just the basic task I have done, and it's resolved the issue. What is the overview of the ServiceNow? It is the tool which collect all the informations related to the request or the incident. Even you can track means if the similar issue is going on and it is already resolved in the backend and in the previous as well, you can just search it in that, and you can collect the key point, what all actions has been done and that at that point, and you can take a help of that as well. So this is the basic structure how the IT service means work. I am basically part of service desk, and I have done in the incident management, problem management, and change management part. The knowledge policy and the procedure, I'm not too aware about that. So this is the basic structure of how the IT service management works. So I have already told about the request management, how it works, and incident management and change management. The request management is the process of handling and fulfilling the user request or the IT service, such as new account, access to the resources, and software installation. The basic request management is for the installation and access to the application. Incident management is the managing and resolving the IT incident that I told you. It can be related to the servers, it can be related to the IPs, or access issues, or some glitch in the applications. from the technical skill as well. Change management is basically the process of managing the change to the IT service and infrastructure. So any change has been done in the infrastructure, or the technical team is working on it, or putting any change or updation in the application is come under the change management. So this is the basic structure, how the incident management or any of the management works. So the end user means put a complaint to the service desk. A ticket has to be created. It can be incident, it can be request, it can be changed, and then it is distributed to the particular team. If it is related to the technical team, it will pass it to the technical team. It will, if it is for the basic infra team, then it is passed it to the infra team. So it will monitor, it will troubleshoot, and it will see how it will fixed, and then it is passed to means give all the informations to the that ticket, added to the ticket, and it has to be communicated around the end users, and it has to be updated within a timeline only. Now we'll come to the Active Directory. The Active Directory is deployed by the Microsoft for managing the user and the computer account groups and resources on a network. So Active Directory take all the informations related to the user, related to the domain, everything. You don't have to go to user's profile or anything on other platform. There is only one platform, that is Active Directory. You can check what is the username, what is the user profile, from which locations it is he or she belongs to, for what is the domain, and everything. And even you can check for which applications user have access to, and for which applications he or she is using now. And you can if anything is facing, if user is facing any issue, you can just terminate by just selecting, by just clicking, doing one click and terminating the access, and you can regain it. That is, I think this is the basic you can say that app which is used by all the service desk people. That's all for the Active Directory. Then we'll go to the RCA. RCA is a root cause analysis. This is a problem solving technique which is used to identify the underlying cause of a platform or the issues. RCA is commonly used in industries such as IT and manufacturing, healthcare, and transportations to investigate the accidents, and the failures prevent from their recurrence. So what is the basic steps involves? Define the problem. First step is what is the issue, means a user have to define it. What is the from which location or the application he or she is facing issue. Then we'll collect the data. In collecting the data, we can ask them what is the URL, what the applications, for the which domain, for the which IP you're working on. We can collect all that data, and even we ask for the environment. It is a production environment or the UAT environment, the dev environment. So we just cross check everything, and then we give the informations to the user. Then we'll find what is the root cause. We even keep a track of all the issues, for example, so that in the future it doesn't have to be on repeat. Then we'll analyze the data. If the access it is access issue, or it is it is something technical issues is going on which we have to prevent it for the future, and then we pass it to the technical team that this is the feature which is creating a problem in that. And then we developing and implementing the corrective actions, and that involves passing the updation or to the technical team if any issue is related in the application or the software. Then we'll go to the monitoring and verifying the effectiveness. This involves monitoring the corrective actions to ensure that they are effective in preventing the problems or issue for reoccurring. So this is the basic task I do till now. Now we'll go to the DevOps part.
And
That
is what you have learned in last 15 days, right? Last 10 days.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And this is my basic task as well in my company, as I work as a service desk. analysis. So now we'll go to the CloudWatch and importance of the CloudWatch. The basic definition of the CloudWatch, it is a monitoring service provided by the Amazon services, by the Amazon Web Services for the resources and the applications. So it is it provide a real-time monitoring, logging and alerts for the AWS services. Like yesterday, sir has said that we can put an alarm, we can put a logs, we can monitor if our CPU is working 80%. So the CloudWatch involves in that part. We can put the alarm or CloudWatch on the individual services as well, like E2C instance, RDS database, Lambda functions. CloudWatch collects and track the metrics. What is metrics? Metrics is a series data sent to a CloudWatch. And what is log file? Log file is the in and out of the applications. Event is and the events, and allowing the administrator to gain the visibility into the performance and the health of their application and infrastructure. So it also give how our system is working on, means it give a health check to the system as well. There are some of the key features of the benefits of the CloudWatch. So first is monitoring and metrics. So it monitors, it give a visualization graphs how our system is working. The CloudWatch provide a comprehensive set of metrics for the AWS resources. Include everything: CPU usage, network traffic, disk utilizations, allowing the administrator to monitor the performance of the resources and applications in the real time. So it give a brief descriptions to everything by giving a visualization diagrams and everything. So it will be easy and interesting for the human being or non-technical people to keep a track of their system and keep a track of the health check of the system as well. Second is the logs. The CloudWatch logs allow the administrator to collect, monitor, and analyze the log files generated by the applications and infrastructure, enabling them to troubleshoot the issue and gain the insight into their organization operations. So this is all the activities which we can keep a track of through the CloudWatch in the AWS services, like E2C instant, auto scaling, load balancer, SNS. SNS we have given, sir has given the example as well. SQS, RDS, S3, and dynamic DB. So what is the role of event in the CloudWatch? Enables the administrator to respond to event in a real time, such as instance. So we do this part on the daily basis. So it is a part of CloudWatch only.
Advait also defined that if system got hanged, or you also defined that, right? It got hanged and you have restarted the system, it fixed. But even that thing also is automated into the AWS, that we can set up the action. The AWS itself will restart it.
Yes. So it provide an alarm. Even we have done this practical as well yesterday, that if our usage or has exceeded to some amount, for example 100 amount, so it put an alarm, and we will get a notification through the email or through the SMS as well. And it give a dashboard, it give a overview of the activities, means it give a proper dashboard what we are using it, and we can customize the dashboard as well as the administration want. So that's all for my end for the CloudWatch. Any question, anything?
Guys, feel free to ask any question with Geeta related to the monitoring, because I'm telling that Geeta will be the SME for us for the CloudWatch. No question? Cool, good. Good, Geeta, good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
The next person is Vamsi. Vamsi, you are here? Hey, hi, Vamsi. Vamsi, you are on mute, I think, if you are talking. Vamsi is not here, no worries. Nandini. Hey, hi Nandini.
Hi Vikas. Good morning.
Good morning. Cool. Nandini, your topic is different varieties of cloud providers, Azure, GCP, AWS. You have to just give a very high level overview, at least two points or three points related to these three cloud providers.
Sure, Vikas. I will try to give my best.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, go ahead. Share your screen. If you can switch on the camera, that will be great.
Sure.
Yep. We are able to see you, your screen. Yep, cool.
So, hi, I'm Nandini Halder. I'm a QA engineer from past 3.5 years, and I have been doing manual testing through the time. But right now, I'm working.
Don't say you are a QA engineer. Okay, now you will be a DevOps engineer. Okay.
Surely, obviously.
Hide that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you are going to explain the cloud related things.
Yes, exactly. So right now I'm going to give an overview of cloud service providers, which mainly AWS, GCP, and Azure. So first of all, I will give like brief introduction to what is cloud service provider. A cloud service provider is a third-party company offering a cloud-based platform, infrastructure, application, or storage services. So most companies nowadays are shifting to like cloud servicing. So the business to the cloud because of its numerous features that allow them to store their data easily without the need of a physical space. So this is like very accessing for them to like accessing the data has also become easier as they can do that from anywhere at any time using the internet. So now going to the next slide. So I'm going to give some examples of cloud service providers, which is like Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud providers, Alibaba, Salesforce, IBM, Oracle, or etc. So right now I'm going to talk about three leading cloud service providers, which is like AWS, GCP, and Azure. Most of the time nowadays, Azure, Amazon Web Service has taken the most of the businesses. Like right now, big companies are shifting to the AWS services right now. So we are going to talk about Amazon Web Services, which is like most popular cloud service provider in the world, and it is launched in the year of 2002, and it has like most like easy thing is it is free to join. Like how much you work, you have to pay on that basis only. So joining is totally free for this one. It won't cost a penny for this. So you can use it as a free console. And you can for this AWS certified professionals are like right now in high demand. Like if you have completed any like professional certificate in AWS, then you are like in professional term, you are in a high demand place. AWS is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted cloud platform, offering over 200 fully featured services from data centers globally. It's like, right, it was previously like, now the days are going, so like they are bringing more features, like more services to the industry. But right now they have 200 fully featured services in AWS. So they are like, we can use mostly we cannot use the 200 full featured services. However, they have like, if you like, every company has their own like requirements, so they choose the services they need in their company. And mostly AWS has 99 availability zone or AZ within 31 geographic region around the world. As we know that AWS provide more than 200 fully featured services. You can use the services from Amazon services. We can go to we can log into the Amazon with this link. and I can show you how it looks like. So this is the like, if you go to the dashboard, so if you come to here, you can see all the services. If you click on all the services in Amazon, you can see all the services over here, and you can choose whichever you want. Like if you required for compute reason, you can choose the services related to compute. If you want container, you can choose the services related to containers. Database also there, so you can choose multiple options for the database as well. So this is the thing from AWS. That popular AWS services are mostly used by the big companies like EC2, ELB, EBS, IM, VPC for networking, S3 for storage, CloudWatch for monitoring. So these are the services we can use from AWS services.
And
Now
we have learned EC2, EBS, ELB, IAM, VPC, S3, CloudWatch, RDS, SQS, SNS, everything, right?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. We
Yeah.
have already got it. And we got some of the overview on Lambda and auto scaling as well from your side.
We will see some more things into the project as well. Okay.
Exactly.
Good.
So now I'm moving to the Google Cloud Platform, which is another service provider for the cloud area. Google Cloud Platform is Google's cloud. Like AWS and Azure, Google Cloud offers similar services in various categories, including computing, storage, identity, and security, database, AI, and machine learning, DevOps, and more. Google Cloud services are available in 20 regions, 61 zones, and 200 plus countries. It is like more wider than AWS. However, it is like coming in, like people are using it for their as requirement basis. You can use the console with this link. You can open. I can show you here as well. How does the console look like? So this is a console. If you want to create an instance, if you want to work on other services as well, you can choose from here. Like I am an admin. If you want to use create any user in this one, you can use the I am an admin as well. So it has like 100 type of products under Google Cloud brand. Like popular services are App Engine, Compute Engine, Google Kubernetes Engine, Cloud Functions, Cloud Runs, Cloud Storage, Cloud SQL, and Cloud Spanner. So most of the AWS, Azure, and Google has the similarities are same with the services, but you can see the name differences in their services. Now I'm moving to Azure.
And what we can say, Nandini, in our Google Cloud also, we have seen the compute engine, Kubernetes engine, we will see into the future. Okay. And cloud function, it's very similar to the, what we can say, Lambda. Cloud storage is very similar to S3. Guys, just change the name. That's it. Okay.
Exactly.
Nandini, you are aware about that part? Just
yes.
thing. That's it. Cloud SQL is very similar to RDS. 100% same. There is no difference. Okay.
Cool. Exactly. Like the names are just different. Otherwise, the functionality and most of the things are very similar to them.
Very good. Yeah.
So now I'm moving to Microsoft Azure. This is a cloud computing from Microsoft. Like it is provided by Microsoft. It was released in the autumn of 2008. Azure got its name in 2014, like Windows Azure, as in the Windows Azure in 2014. And we can say Azure is the only cloud platform that offers blockchain as a service, like BaaS. So it is only platform, it is the only cloud platform which provides this service like blockchain as a service, and machine learning, bots, and cognitive APIs capabilities. It has supports of 42 regions. Azure facilitates easy mobility and reliable, consistent platform between on-premises and public cloud. Azure provides a broader range of hybrid connection, including virtual private network or VPNs and caches. Azure has dozens of services, like we can see here, like we have some services like Azure Repos, Azure Pipeline, Azure Boards, Azure Artifacts, Azure Cosmos DB, Intune, Container, Databases, Integration, Networking, Storage, Microsoft Cognitive, etc. Like these are same as AWS and Google, just the names are like you can find the containers and or databases are like similar to AWS as well. So these are the name difference only. Otherwise, the services are most probably similar. And you can log into the Azure as well with this link. So this is the end of my overview for the cloud provider services. And if anything anyone wants to know about this one,
Guys, feel free to ask the question. She is the SME for the cloud overviews, right? She knows all the 3 cloud, at least basics, right? Cool, go ahead. Anyone, any question? No question, Nandini. It's all good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm taking the screen back. After Nandini, Sudarshan, you are here? Sudarshan is not here. Okay, no worries. What about Shubham? Shubham is also not here. Toshif, yeah, Toshif. APT and Yum. Toshif, you are able to hear us? Toshif, if you are on mute, unmute yourself.
Sorry, because I didn't. Tomorrow definitely I will provide.
Okay, no worries. Okay, prepare for the second presentation. Okay.
Sure.
What about Vamsi? Vamsi, you are here. I can see you. Vamsi, yes, no? No worries. Sumit, what about you? Top 5 AWS services.
Yes, sir. I'll give.
Yeah, cool, good. Yeah, I'm giving the screen to you. You have to just give the overview of the services, what we have learned in our classrooms. Cool.
Okay.
You can take the screen. Yeah, we are able to see you. Share your screen.
Yeah.
Good.
My screen is visible now.
Yes.
Okay.
I like the heading. See in action. Go back. Go back. Yeah. First, what was the heading? Into the action. Okay, it was coming into down. I saw something. AWS in action. Demo AWS in action.
This was the last one.
This will be your first. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I like this. Yes. Go ahead. Continue.
I thought give some information about the services, then we can start the demo.
Okay, fine, cool, that's good.
Okay, today we'll discuss about the AWS. AWS is a service on-demand service provider of IT service with pay as per you go model. It is a subsidiary company of Amazon. And today we'll discuss about the top 5 services about the which is provided by the AWS. We'll start with the creating a free trial account. Amazon AWS is providing a 1-year free trial service to the learners or to the beginners. Like to create just a second. To create a free tier account, we need few things, like one is credit card for setting up our account, and one is unique email address, which is not already existing with the AWS, and account alias name. You can choose any name. For the verification purpose, we need one of the contact number with our phone, and email verification also AWS will do. And we'll see more into account overview. Like as we know, we need a few details like credit cards and email address, few details about for creating the account, AWS account. As soon as we create a AWS account, we will be the root user. Root user has all the privileges, has full controls of the account, and it is not good practice to use as a user account. For that, AWS is providing a service called IAM, Identity Access Management. So we have to, as soon as we create an account, we have to use the using IAM. We have to create a users group, and we have to attach roles and policies for the group and users as well. Yeah, like as soon as we log into the management console, the two process will get initiated. One is authentication and authorization. Authentication is, it will authenticate you with the credentials, and it will allow you to access the account, AWS account. And authorization is like what all, for what all services you have the permissions, something like EC2, S3, RDS, ALB, something like that. For what all services you have a like a permission to access, you can it will be done through the authorization part. And this is the overview. Like we account, our AWS account will give access to IAM users. IAM users can access these services within a region. And we'll go more deeper into IAM, Identity and Access Management. IAM user has three different ways to access the account. That is console and AWS CLI and through the API. Through all of these three modes, we can access our AWS account. As soon as we create IAM users and services, we can able to access the particular services, and we can by assigning roles and policies. Here we coming to roles and policies, we have two types of policies. One is identity based policy and resource based policy. Identity based policies belongs to the users or the groups which are accessing the services. And resource based policy is nothing but like if EC2 service wants to access something from the S3 bucket, it is called a resource based policy. Resource can talk each other and transfer data with each other by if we give a resource policy to them, to the services. And now, as I told, like we have three different modes to access the AWS account. One is user based, GUI based. We can access the AWS account by providing the credentials, username, password, MFA tokens. If it is optional, if you want, you can enable it. And we can access the console once we provide all the right credentials. The AWS will authenticate us and will provide it will provide the management console. And another two, AWS CLI and AWS API. These two are accessed with the access key and secret access key. It is a programmatic access, which will these two credentials are used for accessing the AWS accounts. So we'll discuss about the EC2 now. EC2 is a managed service by the AWS. AWS is managing all the host servers. On top of the host servers, we are using the EC2 instances. This is a virtual instance which is provided by the AWS. On top of the virtual instance, we are installing our website and we are selecting our OS flavors like Windows, Mac, Linux, and also we are like selecting the RAMs, CPU, EBS volumes, and network interface cards. Depends on our requirement. We are selecting and we are creating our own instances. And we don't have to worry about any underlying infrastructure. All the hardware part, each and everything is taken care by the AWS. We just have to worry about the applications and the OS part. Now, while creating the EC2 instance, for the very first need, we have to select the AMI. AMI is Amazon Machine Image, which is a custom built images, OS flavors from the Amazon. We have to select that first, and then in the instance level, we have these 5 types of instance are there. We will select T2 micro. T2 micro belongs to the general purpose, something like computer optimized and memory optimized, storage optimized, GPU instance. These are the different variants of different types of instances are available in the AWS. So main purpose of this differentiation is like if we are required more memory, we can go with computer optimized and memory optimized, and we can, like, based on the requirement, we can select the instance type and we can proceed further. And with the help of AMI, we can take the snapshot of our image, and we can create our own image as well. And as well as EBS volume, we will attach it to the EC2 instance. With the help of that EC2 instance, we can take the snapshot and we can attach it to the new instances as well. We can create a snapshot and we can attach it to the EC2 instance. And this is about the auto scaling. Very good feature of the EC2 instances, like auto scaling. Auto scaling works with the instances. It will continuously monitor the health checks of the instances. If some instances is not working properly or it is getting down, it will automatically identifies the downtime of the instance, and it will replace the instance with the same configuration. That is the very best feature of the auto scaling.
How many types of scalings are there? Guys, give the answer. How many types of scaling are there?
2 types of scaling.
2, sir. 2.
What is the answer?
Horizontal and vertical.
Horizontal and vertical.
Yes. What is the use of horizontal? What he's explaining. Sumit, this is horizontal or this is vertical?
This is horizontal.
Guys, Sumit is correct?
Horizontal
Yes,
means will add the instances.
Correct.
Vertical means will increase the resource sizes by increasing the CPU size, memory size. We can increase in the has a vertical scaling.
Correct. Very good. Yes, continue.
Now we'll go to the ELB section, which is an elastic load balancer. Like as the picture shows, elastic load balancer is mainly used to distribute the loads to the instances. We have an application, something called Amazon.com, and it is using 4 instances for serving through all over the India and or particular region in India. There are total 4 instances are working for the Amazon, and all the traffic, user 1, user 2, user 3 are distributed to the instances, healthy instances. Also, auto scaling is determining the health checks of the instances. If something got failed, if the health check is failed, it will automatically replace with the new instance. You can observe here, instance 1, 2, 3, 4 is the names. It is replaced with the first instance is 5, and the user here in the picture, there are 3 users are there. User 1 is directed to instance 1. It is got failed. Also, it is redirecting to the instance 4. But we have restricted, or we have created a policy, auto scaling policy, as we need 4 instances minimum, so that the auto scaling is creating one more instances, and the next traffic is routed to the new instance. Like this is the core work of the ELB. And we have 4 types of load balancer. One is application load balancer, network load balancer, gateway load balancer, and elastic load balancer. Application load balancer is used to load like distribute the load to the where there is a less traffic or application for accessing the applications. And the network load balancer is used where the millions of requests are coming. There this network load balancer is used mainly. And elastic load balancer, it is a previous version of the all load balancers. It includes all the application and network and gateway as well. Now it is retired, and all the separate load balancer are created, application, network, gateway, and we can use the load balancer as per our needs by selecting particular load balancer. Now about the EBS volume. Like EBS volumes are nothing but drives attached to our instance. Something like in the Windows, we have C drive, D drive, something like same. It is attached to the all the instances. It might be a Windows, it might be Linux. It is mainly used to store the application data and logs, whatever data it might be related to the application is used to store all the data. And with the help of these EBS volumes, as I told, we can create a multiple snapshots, and it is mainly used for creating the instance with the same configuration or the same data. As soon as we create a snapshot at one point of time, it will fetch all the data with the help it is associated with the instance, and that is created with the EC2 instance. If we attach same volume to the new instance, it will be like it will be configured with the same data, that instance. And also with the help of snapshot, we can create AMIs as well, our own customized AMI. So we'll see in demo. Okay, this is my dashboard. Like we can get all the available services from this panel. These are the categories of the services, like analytics, AR/VR, blockchain, compute, storage. If we go to storage, what are services belongs to the storage category? All are available here. And this is this icon is for the CLI, and we can also search our services with the help of this search bar. And now we'll create one user. Very first, I'll create a group for our project, or group is used to group the users actually. I'll create the DevOps group. And I'll attach a policy called admin. Also, we can see the JSON format policy attached or written here. Now the DevOps group is created, and now we'll create the user. There are two specify user identities. Want to create there are two types of access is there. One is programmatic access and one is console access. We can select this one. I want to create IAM user for console access, and we can select password auto generated or custom password based on our requirement. We can also auto change. We can also change this password later. Just I'm going and creating now the user, and I'm adding this user to DevOps group. And next,
No, don't use. Yeah. At least copy the password because it will not come again.
no, sir, I'll delete that one.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, delete it. He was
Now
telling
the
you
user
haven't
is
copied, he was telling you haven't copied the password, you haven't downloaded the password. How you will
yes,
log in it? Yes.
yeah, right. See, also we can see the last activity of the user here. If and also the MFA. If it is optional, if we want, we can add a MFA for this user. And now I'll go to compute section and EC2. We'll create a EC2 instance. Now I'm selecting the Amazon Linux image here. And as I told, we have a different types here, different types of AMIs. Also, we can browse it from here with the different flavors: Amazon, Mac, Red Hat, Ubuntu, SUSE, something like this. And I'm selecting the default one. Here, as I told, different instance types. This is the T2 micro. We have different types. T series. Also, by selecting the compare, we will get to know the how much CPU is there, how much memory is available for the selected type. So these are the different types of instant types are there. So I'm selecting the T2 micro, and I'm selecting a key pair. I have the default. I have already created the key pair. If you want, you can create a new key pair by selecting this option. And I'm selecting the. I'm creating the new security group, which allows the internet to other our instance. And this is about the EBS volume. We can increase up to 30 GB in a free tier account. And once like if we created with the 10 GB, we cannot decrease that after creating the instance. only we can increase, but we cannot decrease any data, the memory attached to this one. I'll go to advanced.
Very good.
This is the shell script which is used to configure the instance. Without getting entry into the instance, can install the HTTP Apache server, and we can run our own website.
What he's doing, have you understood what he did? Satish, Venkatesh?
Yes, Vikas.
He written a shell script. He put the shell script only while creating the machine. So what will happen as soon as the instance will be ready, that script will get executed and his Apache server will be up and running directly. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do the setup. Correct, Sumit?
Yes, sir. Yes, correct.
Good. This
And
is
now
what you are
it is
asking into
running.
the class also, right? This is the same question
Yes.
you're asking.
Yes, yes.
And
right.
one time I think you given the mock interview also. In the interview, you are giving this answer? No, right?
No, like someone asked me regarding this related to this user data, like how you'll check the logs and all. I can check the logs of the instance by going here, monitor and troubleshoot, get system logs.
Yep.
Here the system logs will be available. Now we'll access this through the public IP directly without getting entered to the. We can see our website configured here without entering into the instance. We can customize with the help of shell script.
Correct. Yes. Very good. Very nice.
Yeah. And now we'll go to the load balancer. I'll stop this server.
You are putting the load balancer also in front of everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I think Satish is also going to do, no? Okay.
No. I'm going to do
SQL, right? Yeah.
I'm starting the instance of these two. I've already configured these two instances. For ELB, we need minimum 2 instances to route the traffic.
Correct.
So web server 1 and 2 are the running like our Linux instances.
Correct.
Now 2 is running. I'll just show this in front of everyone. What is the data in this server? The data is, this is a second test page. Okay. And here this in the web server 1, we have just, this is a test page. This is what the difference into both of the instances. And now I'll go to the load balancing. Here mainly we will see the target groups and load balancer. To create a application load balancer, we need a target groups. Instead of creating the elastic load balancer, I'm going to create here application load balancer. So before going to create this load balancer, I'll create a target group. Target group is nothing but our instances. This is the name of the target group, and this is the VPC. I have the default VPC and keep it all the defaults. Okay. And select next. And these two are the instances which I targeting, and select the 2 instances and click include as pending below. So now both the targets has been selected and create target. As soon as we create a target, it is available here and we can see the details as well. It is not associated with load balancer. Now we will associate this target group with the load balancer. Load balancers. Create load balancer. I'm going to create application load balancer now. Here load balancer name. Web server ALB or ALB application load balancer, and then we have to select a VPC. I have a default VPC and I'm selecting that, and within that VPC, like we have 3 different subnets. After selecting the subnets, we have to be aware of whether the selected subnet is public subnet or a private subnet. We have to select the public subnet if the application is accessible from the internet. And this is the security group. Just a second, I'll cross verify the security group attached to this. This is launch wizard 1. It is attached to both the web servers. So I'm going to select the same security group here. And then we have to select the target group. This is like from the internet, what are the targets? We have to configure this by selecting a target group here. And I'm just leaving all the default options and creating the load balancer. As soon as it get created, it will start checking the health of the instances. Once we get
it will take at least 1 or 2 minutes. In between, just check both the VMs has the same security group or not. Are you sure both has the same?
Yes.
Server 2
yes, both has the
this
same
one and server 1. Yeah, cool. That's good.
security launch wizard 1. Now it's in the provisioning state.
In my sheet, I mentioned 5 to 20 minutes, right?
Yes, but depends on the internet. It will sometimes it will be available within few seconds. Sometimes it will take minutes.
Correct. You can pass this DNS name in the chat, or you can open this DNS name.
Okay. In the
Just open it.
chat,
Just you can open it. It will. Yeah.
I've passed this one.
Yeah.
And also.
Because sometimes what will happen in other countries, it will be, see, it is working for me. Yes.
It is working. Now we are accessing the second test page. I'll refresh this one.
Correct.
Now we are accessing the first instance.
Correct. Means load balancer is working properly. He is responding.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Good.
This is all about my presentation.
Cool. Sumit, it's really fantastic, I can say. Okay. You presented, your PPTs are really good, as well as your presentation skill is really very good. Okay. And you experiment the things what I teach as well. Right?
Yes.
That's really good. Okay. Cool. Very happy. Who is the next? Let me take the screen. Yep. I'm going to my tracking sheet again. And here, Sumit, you really did very well. Okay. And after Sumit, I think Satish is there. Satish, is that fine? Can we take it into the next session or
Yeah,
next week kind of thing? Right. And
actually,
yeah, go ahead.
I have already I have enabled these services RDS.
Okay, cool,
and
cool. Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, guys,
Okay.
please wait for next 5 or 10 minutes more. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the
I'm going to wind up very fast.
Yep, that's good. Yep, I'm giving the access to you. Yes, Satish, you can take the screen. And Satish, your topic is databases, MySQL database, as well as if you will give an overview of the SQL queries, it will be good.
Yeah, just a second.
Yep. Yes, Satish, we are able to see your screen. Cool. Satish has already created the database. That's really good. Yep. Cool. Satish is also coming up with the PT again.
Thank you, Vikas, and thanks to everyone for going to listen my presentation. Today, myself, Satish, and today I have picked the topic databases. So in general language, what is a database? So database is an organized collection of structural information or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system so that it can be accessed easily and managed easily. So let's dig into databases. So today in this presentation, my agenda is to explore more on different databases and what kind of data we have in present situation, like structured data and unstructured data. I would like to go more on a relational database, which is object to relational database, which is PostgreSQL, and I would like to demonstrate RDS with an instance. So to interact RDS with an instance with an RDS, so what kind of language do we need? And I'm going to more explore on what kind of methods do we need to interact with RDS. So let's get what is the history of databases. So it started in the year 1960, the normal database which can store the data, and after that it has evolved into a relational database. So what is a relational database? In the sense a relation between two tables. Like a primary key in the first table will be connected with the secondary table with a foreign key. So this is called a relational database, and later on it extended like object-oriented databases. And in 2000, we have a non-relational database, which is a new to database. And when it comes to NoSQL database, SQL databases and non-SQL databases, so what is exactly those and what kind of data those two databases can store? When it comes to SQL databases, it has the capability to store the structural data, structured data. So what do we mean by structured data? The data which is in a normal format, like in a table, which stores in rows and columns, and the data types are simple, like numbers, dates, and strings, normal strings. And even the capacity is when you compare to NoSQL databases, the capacity is very small to relational databases, and the processing speed is also very high in relational databases. When it comes to non-relational databases, it can store unstructured data. Now, unstructured data means it can be like document-oriented, or else video files or audio files or emails or anything like that, which is like JSON files, etc. And for storing unstructured data, you need lots and lots of more storage capabilities are required. So these are some of few necessaries of, few limitations of unstructured data. So when it comes to RDBMS, today I'm going to give some information regarding the top 10 of RDBMS databases. So these are the list, and when I would when I go into deeper, so Oracle database, it's a relational database, and it was provided by Oracle. It retrieves large amounts of data very efficiently and secured. It's keep on upgrading as well. So when it comes to MySQL, it's an open source, free source, and it is best for web application and other softwares as well. So it was developed by MySQL Lab. And when it comes to SQL Server, it is also an RDBMS, and it has some of the key features like scalability, high availability, security, and etc. So when it comes to PostgreSQL, it is also a free open source. It has the capabilities to interact with multiple languages like Java, Python, and C++ can be used within PostgreSQL. And the features are very robust in PostgreSQL. When it comes to Azure SQL, it's a cloud-based relational database, which was sponsored, which was serviced by Microsoft. And so when it comes to NoSQL databases, we have MongoDB, Cassandra, HBase, DynamicDB, Neo4j, and etc. When it comes to MongoDB, it is a free source, and the data which is stored in MongoDB is in a document format. And when it comes to Cassandra, it has the capability to store any kind of data. When the client doesn't know what kind of data is going to be generated, then he picks Cassandra mostly. And it has the capability to store the data which is coming from IoT. And when it comes to HBase, it is mostly used for Hadoop-based architecture. It is a column-oriented database. And when it comes to Neo4j, it is a graph-oriented database. Personally, as I have some hands-on experience on Neo4j, I can say that it's the best that I have ever seen in databases. And it is mostly used for, I believe that it's mostly used for scientific and research purpose. And Redis is an open source in-memory data structure storage, which is a NoSQL database. So these are some of the NoSQL databases. So how does the data store in SQL and NoSQL databases? What is the typical architecture? So when it comes to relational database, it stores in a column format, rows and columns. And these are the structure. These are the structure of non-relational databases. So this is the column-based column-based architecture of, how does the data stores? This is the column-based, and this represents the key value pairs, and this is how the graph represents, and this is the way that document-oriented database stores the data in their databases. So today, as I'm going to explore more on RDS, it is a service within AWS relational data. So as we are in a path of AWS, so Amazon is having a solution for RDBMS, and that is called as RDS. So these are the data RDBMS that are available in Amazon. So Amazon itself is having a more future like Aurora. Aurora, it has the capabilities like 5 times faster and 6 replicas within the 3 availability zones. So RDS is a PaaS, that means platform as a service. So this is the architecture that I'm going to create in this presentation. So RDS, as I already told, that RDS is a relational database and EC2 instance. EC2 stands for Elastic Computing Cloud, which is provided, which is a web service that is auto scaling, and we can create an instance that can install the operating system or else any application or a web server. So when it comes to just a second. So this is the RDS that I have created, and if you see the logs, that the interaction between RDS and the instance. So this is the instance that I have created. So how I'm going to interact with my database through an instance. So I'm going to, in general, we need a client to interact with our database, and the client, through the client, there is a language called SQL, structured query language. With the language, we can interact to our databases. So when we dig deeper into SQL commands, so there are typically 5 types of SQL commands. Those are data definition language, DML, DQL, DCL, and TCL commands. So if you when it comes to DDL commands, these are the commands, and the DML commands. Today, in this session, I'm going to interact with these commands. I'm going to give a demonstration. So this is my instance, which I connected with the mobile XTM. So now I'm going to root user. And after that, I'm going to connect my
the RDS.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Password.
Yes. So now I have connected my PostgreSQL with the instance which is having PSQL. So now I'm going to create a database.
If you can possible, you can switch on the camera. It will be good. If possible, it's okay. Otherwise.
So which I have already created my database.
Yep. You can create Satish one now. No worries.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. You have copy pasted not properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 200 wala. Yeah. Correct. Home line. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I have created
the table company.
The table. To see the list of databases, just I'm going to. So this is the database which I am having.
Correct.
So to use the database, I have to go into. So now I am into the database.
Now you are connected with the Satish database.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Company is already, sorry. So I'm with the create command, I have used some of the commands of, so this is the inserted. Select star.
Double column also at the end.
Yeah.
Yep. And
now I have extracted the data from my table, which I have previously created on a PostgreSQL.
Correct.
So these are the commands that I wanted to show that I can execute on my database. So these are the things.
Cool.
So I I would like to wind up my presentation with the roles and responsibilities of a DBA. So creating and maintaining database standards and policies, supporting database designs, creation and testing activities, managing the database availability and performance, including incident and problem management, administrating database objectives to achieve optimum utilization, and also perform database housekeeping such as tunneling and indexing, etc. So monitoring usage, transaction volumes, response time, and concurrency levels, etc. And also designing database backup, archiving, and storage strategies. So these are some of the responsibilities of a DBA. So this is the presentation that I would like to present. That's it. If there are any questions.
Yep. Guys, Satish is a DBA person for us. We can say database administrator. He did the research. What I can say that I teach MySQL. He explained you the Postgres. It's a double database benefit for the viewers. Correct? So you can take the help from the Satish. Okay, Satish, if possible, you can share the PPT, or guys, whoever has created the PPT. Okay, you can, if you want to share the PPT, you are feel free to share with me or into the WhatsApp group, our internal WhatsApp group. Or if you want to get it added into this place, I will create a new folder, student PPTs. And if you want, I can add it into this place as well, if you will share with me. Okay, so that what will happen, it will be available for a long term with you guys. Okay, if you will share into the WhatsApp, what will happen after 1 month, after 2 months, after 6 months, it will be here and there, right? But if you will upload into this batch 29 PPT, it will be always with you, because you can take the reference, what Satish did, what we can say, what Nandini has teach to us, what Sumit has teach to us, right? That will be always available. Okay. I will create a new folder. Whatever the PPTs, I will get it from you. I will upload into this place, student PPT folder as well. Okay. So this, it's a really awesome. I'm really very impressed with this. Okay.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you.
Guys, what about you? You guys are also very happy. You learned a lot of new things today, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. We learned the things. We did the experiment. We presented in front of everyone. Really very good. Cool. Any question, anything? Or we will wind up for the today's session, and tomorrow, not Monday, again, we will meet and we will discuss what we have to do with the pending things, and we will create a new date, and then we will plan, we will make a PPT and we will demonstrate again, maybe next week or after 1 week. We will take a 1 week time, and then we will prepare it and we will come up with the presentation too as well. Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Vikas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. Happy weekend. Yes.